to 4 p.m. news with me, Videlis Njoki, and that is my sign name. And my sign language interpreter is Irene Shubiwot. Defense Cabinet Secretary Soipan Tuya has earlier today launched the KenyaDefence Forces KDF nationwide recruitment exercise at the Ministry of Defense headquarters in Nairobi. The 2-week exercise, which kicked off on October 13th, will run until October 25th across all 47 counties. CS Tuya said the government is committed to ensuring a fair, transparent, and merit-based process, warning against corruption and fraud during the exercise. She urged eligible youth to present themselves at designated centers and follow official guidelines. The recruitment aims to boost the strength of the military in line with national security goals. KDF officials have assured that any malpractice will be dealt with firmly, with the Ministry of Defense calling on the public to report suspicious activities. From that news, we can say that people have started applying for the KDF recruitment process, and it continues. I wish all the best to the people who are going to apply, and I believe they can follow the guidelines. Moving on, the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentist Union, KMPDU, and Bunge Mashinani activists on Monday staged nationwide demonstration in solidarity with striking doctors in Kiambu County. The medics strike has now entered its 139th day, with protesters demanding the immediate removal of Governor Kimani Wamatangi over what they termed as neglect of the health sector. The union accused the county government of failing to honor agreements on salaries, delayed payments, and poor working conditions. KMPDU also warned of a possible nationwide strike if the stalemate is not resolved, saying the situation has pushed healthcare services in Kiambu to the brink of collapse. The prolonged industrial action has forced many patients to seek services in other counties, putting pressure on major referral hospitals. Activists vowed to intensify protests until the county leadership addresses doctors' grievances and restores normal healthcare services. We've seen the government have not listened to the doctor, and Kiambu people are now pleading for the doctors to get back to work. Also, the concerns about health and sick people who are admitted in the hospitals. Moving on, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, has recovered 35 million shillings worth of government land located next to the Bungoma State Lodge after the Environment and Land Court nullified its illegal accusation. Justice Enoch Cherono ruled that the property had been irregularly allocated and ordered the eviction of a private developer who had built a luxurious mansionette on the land. The disputed parcel, measuring half an acre, was set aside in 1961 for housing senior government officials. It was illegally allocated in 2004 and later transferred to a private individual in 2016. leading to the demolition of a government house and construction of a private residence. The court declared all transactions fraudulent and nullified the lease. EACC welcomed the ruling, saying it reinforces efforts to protect public property. The Commission has directed the Bungoma Land Registrar to cancel all illegal entries on the land and warned that more cases are under investigations, with 16 other grabbed properties in the area targeted for recovery. I think when you try to get a land, you must do a research on how, so that you cannot get a land which has issues. Sorry about that. On to our next news. Kibera MP Peter Orero's driver was on Monday arraigned in a Nairobi court after a viral video captured by CNN journalist Larry Madowo showed him blocking other motorists on the road. The video, widely shared online, showed the driver using the wrong lane and daring Madowo to report him to President William Ruto. The driver was charged with obstructing traffic and violating road rules. He pleaded guilty and was fined 100,000 shillings, admitting that he had been rushing to drop off someone at the airport. The court warned that reckless driving and misuse of power will not be tolerated. Police said the viral clip played a key role in identifying the vehicle and the suspect. They emphasized that traffic laws apply equally to everyone, regardless of status or political connections, sending a strong message against impunity on Kenyan roads. On to our other news. Sexual abuse cases involving members on the rise of Malindi County, sparking growing concern over justice for victims in the face of strong cultural barriers. Many survivors are denied justice as harmful traditions silence them, creating an environment where perpetrators often go unpunished. In one family's case, however, justice prevailed after a father was convicted of defiling his daughter, a rare victory in a community where such cases are often hidden. The journey to justice was marked by stigma and cultural pressure, but the ruling gave hope to other victims facing similar struggles. Reports also indicate increased cases of incest, with some victims forced to remain silent due to fear of family shame or retaliation. In one shocking incident, an uncle's assault on his niece came to light, exposing the heavy cost of silence and the urgent need for stronger protection and support for survivors. If you're violated, you don't need to keep quiet. Please report and encourage to make that perpetrator face the law. On to our other news. Residents of Mukuru Kwaruben in Embakasi South have raised alarm over the deteriorating state of sanitation in their area. warning that it poses a serious health risk. They say uncollected garbage and illegal dumping have created unsanitary conditions, increasing the likelihood of disease outbreaks. During a tree planting activity organized by environmental activists, locals were urged to take a proactive role in maintaining cleanliness and conserving the environment. The initiative aimed to not only beautify the area but also improve air quality and promote a healthier living environment. The activists called for continuous public awareness campaigns on proper waste disposal and environmental protection. They pledged to collaborate with community leaders and relevant authorities to enhance waste management and create a cleaner, safer neighborhood for all residents. I believe through public awareness and different aspects, make sure that each one of you is responsible to care for the environment. We all have a responsibility for clean environment. On to our last news. More than 300 residents of Mkocheni in Taita Taveta County who were evicted from a 1,000-acre parcel of land have raised concern over the harsh living conditions they continue to face. Children and the elderly have been particularly affected by the cold nights, forcing many families to live in makeshift shelters without basic amenities. The residents are urging both county and the national leaders to intervene urgently and provide a permanent solution to the long-standing land dispute. They accuse powerful individuals of using their influence to oppress poor families and deny them access to their land. They further claim that the 2-acre plots allocated to them by the government have since been taken over by other people, deepening their frustration and raising concerns about fairness and accountability in land allocation. You can see the weather is bad and the children and the elderly people are affected. I hope the government will intervene and solve the situation going forward. That's all we have for you, our viewers. Thank you for joining us. Also, remember to join us for the 7 p.m. news with Ben Warangai. Have a good bye.